Step one in installing an inlay is to make sure the surface of the tub or shower is clean of soap scum, body dirt, and shampoo. Any soap scum would prevent the adhesive from bonding well. If you have severe damage to the bottom of the tub, you also want to take care not to run too much water that can leak down underneath the tub and may cause other issues. So in this case, I'm working out of a bucket, and I'm just using a good household detergent that will clean the soap scum. Step two, after you have ensured that the entire surface is clean, you want to make sure it's dry. Step three, after we have cleaned and dried the surface, we are now going to position the new inlay and dry fit it on the bottom of the tub. Want to make sure it's straight and looks good to the eye. Step four, you want to outline the inlay with a pencil so we're going to see exactly where it's going to be positioned on the bottom of this tub. Step five, after we have outlined the inlay and we have a defined line showing exactly where the inlay will be, we are now going to sand the entire area that's been outlined. Careful attention to sand right on the line. It is the sandpaper that's going to scratch up the bottom to give the adhesive a better bond. Okay, step seven. After we've sanded the surface that's going to get the adhesive on the tub, it is also important to sand the smooth side of the inlay. The top side of the inlay has an anti-slip built in. This is the part that you're going to be standing on. The underside of the inlay is smooth, and we want to make sure we sand it well. For the same reason, we want the adhesive to have more of a bite. Step 8 is to make sure we've wiped away any of the sanding dust we created when we sanded the bottom of the tub and the bottom of the inlay. We don't want dust to get in the way of the adhesive. The same thing with the bottom of the inlay, making sure it's dust-free. Step 8 is to apply the adhesive to the bottom of the tub. You want to make sure the entire surface between the pencil lines gets plenty of adhesive, but careful attention to the edges. You want to make sure there's plenty of adhesive at the edge to hold your inlay corners and edges firmly in place. The entire surface will get adhesive. It is the adhesive that is going to hold the inlay in place. Again, making sure plenty of adhesive is on your edges to ensure a good tight fit. Step 9. After I've been careful to spread the glue evenly all over the traced area, making sure there's plenty of adhesive at the edges. That is very important. I am now going to position my inlay anti-slip textured side up. You can move the inlay a little bit, make sure it looks good, make sure it's centered, then apply pressure all the way around the edges. And you should get some glue oozing out of the edges, the adhesive. Step 10. Now that the inlay is positioned into the adhesive and pressed firmly down in, we want to clean up the edges. First thing I do is take the spreader and go along the edge to try to pick up as much excessive adhesive as I can, wiping it into a paper towel. Once the edge has been trimmed up with the spreader and we remove the heavy-duty adhesive that had squeezed out, now we want to take some denatured alcohol and a paper towel. Simply wet the paper towel and put pressure on the edge to clean up any remaining adhesive residue that might be existing along the edge of your inlay.